It's just adding on, piling on, making the situation, worse than it is, and it's pretty bad as it is.
From food to gas, just about everything has gotten more expensive in recent months. And thanks to a looming federal tax increase on alcohol, your booze may jump in price as well next year.
It is a hidden tax. Most consumers would have no idea there's such a thing.
Beer Canada, which advocates for Canadian brewers, says the alcohol excise duty is tied to inflation and automatically goes up every year. It says the tax is set to jump by 6.3% next April.
It is imposed at the manufacturer's level as soon as they make the product. And so what that means is that it's embedded into the price initially as the supplier sells to the distributor, from the distributor to the retailer to or the bar. And so it gets marked up all along the way.
He says the industry is already dealing with rising production and operating costs, and this tax increase will drive beer prices even higher.
Brewers have been hit with, barley prices that are up 70%, rent increases, insurance costs, labor costs, freight costs have doubled, packaging costs up 50%.
Given the inflationary pressure, supply chain issues, and all those costs, it's a worse time as ever to have that happen.
Wine Growers British Columbia says the wine industry is also grappling with increased costs as well as a declining crop over the past 3 years.
We take a look at why that is, and it's climate change, it's heat domes, it's floods, atmospheric rivers. These are all contributing to making it harder and harder to grow grapes.
He says BC wineries will have to eat the increased tax to stay competitive.
There are wines, import wines from across the world that are subsidized by their governments that come in very cheap. And so consumers have got a choice, and we recognize that. And we know that in the instance of British Columbia, that's not the cheapest product on the shelf. I would argue it's the best value, and it supports people in BC and in Canada. But we can't pass that along.
Both Prodan and Healy are hoping the federal government provides relief with a tax freeze on the excise duty for 2023.
There's still time. We're running out of time. But let's fix this before April 1st.
This is an automatic, every year, automatic increase in a tax, which is very rare and odd, and it just doesn't make sense, and it's prohibitive.
In Vancouver, Monika Gul, City News.